Good Saturday morning. Welcome to Fantasy Football 101 on Sports Radio 1450. Adam Stark alongside Eric Pedigo, Mark Graham, Nicorelli back running the show today. And you taking your phone calls at 529-1450, 529-1450. And streaming live on the webpage at sportsradio1450.com where you can vote on our poll question. Who would you like to have at your Super Bowl party? Mark still leading the way, I believe, at last check on that.
Lame. It's because I couldn't plead my case last week.
Oh,
we missed you last week. I really hate not having those during the break humor sessions with you. It's good to have you back.
It raises morale.
Oh yeah, Adam did a fine job running the board, but we miss your humor.
I'm sorry, guys. I won't let it happen again.
Better be on your A game today, then.
It was pretty bogus.
We've got a couple birthdays, right?
We do have a couple birthdays.
We've got a couple birthdays. Today is Adam Stark's 40th birthday.
Is that right? Technically
how
it's
old?
tomorrow, and I'm not even close to 40.
Oh, it's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Well,
Happy
damn.
early birthday.
And then Mark's birthday, he's turning 72.
Oh,
And
pretty
that
close.
is Tuesday, correct?
Thursday.
Nice.
Thursday, see?
And I'll be 49.
Son of a bee.
49. I'll be 29, just for the record.
Oh boy,
Just for the record.
I'll be 23 in May.
I'm depressed. I'm depressed.
Just throwing that out there.
So happy birthday.
Hey.
Thank you. Yes, happy birthday to one and all. Actually, it's T.O.'s birthday tomorrow, too. Just throwing that out there for
All right.
everybody. We have the same birthday.
Yeah.
Now we see why you're okay.
I
That
love
explains your
Neeson
personality.
Me. There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Quite a few injuries today, but not significant injuries. There's quite a few at quarterback, but as far as running backs are concerned, there's a lot of guys on the injury report, but it seems that most of them will play. So we'll run through all the injury updates for you and take your calls at 529-1450, whether you have a question about who to play, who not to play. Maybe there's still some guys out there you want to pick up. We can help you out here. Let's take a phone call. 529-1450 is the phone number. Good morning. You're on Fantasy Football 101.
Yeah, hey guys, how you doing?
Not bad.
Good.
Hey, Grammer, I just want to know how your head's feeling this morning because last night when you were talking to Rupert, I think you might have had a few there when you're saying that LT is going to not make the top 10 in next year's draft. Now, top 5 I'll give you, but there's no way in heck he's going to slip out of the top 10 next week.
I tell you what, it's entirely possible. But with the performance he's given so far this year, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a second-round guy next year. I know a lot of people ready to put me in a home. A lot of people ready to do that anyway. But I wouldn't be surprised if he drops from that first round.
Well, I was, like I said, I thought top 5, I thought you were very correct. But, I mean, he's got to be in there 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, you know, they just give it to him too much. He gets too many touches, you know, through the pass and through the run.
You know, you have a point. I know it was pretty daring to say that, but we'll see how he plays the rest of the year, and that'll determine a lot on how he will go early next year and then in the fantasy drafts.
You know,
Okay.
LT is going to be 30 next year. There's already trade talks kind of swirling around San Diego. And if you think about it off the top of your head, fantasy football, you want to go young. Think about it. Start naming off the running backs you would take ahead of LT. And it wouldn't surprise me if you got 10 out of the way before you actually put him on your team next season. There's some good, young, quality running backs out there, including guys like Forte, Slayton,
Chris Johnson.
I would take, there's Frank Gore. There's a lot of guys I would take before LT that I wouldn't have said going into this year's draft.
Now, when I say top 10, I mean overall. I don't mean he's going to be out of the top 10 in running backs. I think he'll be out of the top 10 overall.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I knew you meant overall on that. And like I said, in the keeper league, yeah, obviously you'd be looking to trade him. But, hey, guys, listen, I'm calling in for a question here. It's a little tougher one than right now than it was earlier in the week. And, I'm the guy that has either Roethlisberger or Tyler Thigpen. Now, before, I was kind of thinking Tyler Thigpen kind of a no-brainer. But I'm kind of thinking possibly with them wanting to run it a little bit more against Denver and maybe Roethlisberger in the shootout against Dallas. I mean, which way would you guys kind of swing on this Tyler versus Big Ben?
Well, Big Ben did end up on the injury report later in the week. He is probable and will start, but that's a risk in itself, I think, playing a much better defense than what Thigpen's going against.
Yeah, but Denver's defense looked pretty good last week against the Jets, did they not?
Yeah, they're just so hit and miss.
Oh, I know.
They'll give up 34 and then they'll give up 13. It's really hard to tell.
And I see your point with Roethlisberger. Dallas's weakness is their pass defense, and also you have Ware that's banged up. So, I mean, it does make you think Roethlisberger a little bit more strongly than Thigpen. But I've got both those guys right back-to-back. I've got them ranked, like, I think 9th and 10th in my things this week. So, I mean, either one's a good play. But you know what? Roethlisberger may not be a bad idea this week.
Right. Well, I'm just hoping the heck that they don't get up by 20 and just give it to LJ left, because I think LJ is just going to have a huge game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Johnson should be running the ball. I'd probably 25 times and might get over 100 to 120 yards.
But hey, we all need a victory this week.
Absolutely.
First week of the playoffs.
Playoff time for sure.
All right. Hey, take care, guys.
Hey, good luck.
Thanks for the phone call, 529-1450. And because it is playoff time, though, I'll bring up this point, too. Big Pin, to me, might be a safer play, only because they are going to run the football a lot. He may not be as turnover-prone this week. Big Ben is turnover-prone. That's just that's his status. That's what he gets knocked on every week for that. And if the Cowboys do put up some points, then, Pittsburgh's going to have to throw the ball, and he's going to have to take some chances. And it is playoff time, not the time to take chances.
Yeah, I agree. And what's Dallas against the pass? Aren't they only allowing actually like a couple hundred yards a game? Aren't they good for 10th in the league or something like that?
They're middle of the road, but they're real hit and miss. And then if Ware doesn't play or he's not 100%, that really hurts the pass rush, which will make it a little bit easier for Ben to get downfield. But, yeah, I think they're ranking, I don't have it in front of me, but I think they rank about 12th or 13th in pass defense. They're not awful, but they're not top of the line.
I don't think that one of these guys is a clear-cut start in front of the other. Like you said, they're both about equal.
They're pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
Let's take another phone call. Nope, he went away. Didn't have the patience. That's all right. 529-1450 is the phone number. Let's run through some of the injuries. We're already talking about a couple of those. He's back. Let's go to the phone, 529-1450. Good morning. You're on Fantasy Football 101.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
You know who this is?
Nope.
It's Stack.
Hey, what's up,
Oh,
Stack?
haven't heard from you for a couple weeks.
Wait, you don't have a bye in the first round of the playoffs?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, of course.
Just calling it.
I'm just making sure you guys are okay.
No, man, it's called, I got a baby at home that don't sleep, so I haven't been able to get a hold of you guys, but,
right?
That's what I was going to say, man. I haven't had any sleep yet. Dwayne Bowe or Calvin Johnson. I'm in two different leagues. One league is more competitive than this other one. But Dwayne Bowe or Calvin Johnson, who did you go with?
Probably. Oh man. I like Bo's matchup better, but Calvin Johnson always seems to sneak by with a few catches for
and a touchdown,
giant yards and a touchdown every week somehow. Even though I'm confident he's every week I'm like he's not that good of a play because he only catches a couple balls yet. He still ends up with 75 yards and a touchdown on 2 grabs no matter what. So, I might go Calvin. He's had the better year, hasn't he?
Yep. I'd have to lean with CJ.
I'd have to go that way also. I mean, they're at home. They're playing Minnesota, and their pass defense is not the greatest thing. And like Eric said, Calvin's going to get at least 1 or 2 long looks. And, if he hooks up one time, there you go, 75 yards in the score. So, I mean, I think you're better off that way.
All right.
All right, thanks, Stack.
Just to let you guys know real quick, in my Stack league, I had over 2,000 points for the season.
Not bad.
With that roster, it doesn't surprise me.
Nice work.
Decent.
You're all right, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. Nice talking to you again, man.
Good luck, Stacks.